Oh my god. I'm sorry, I have to watch this.
To my castle,
I can't not.
Mr. Kennedy.
Literally Queen Elizabeth.
Are you?
We absolutely loved both the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, so we are of course super excited for the RE4 remake coming
She's
in just a
Northern
few
Irish!
weeks. To tide us over until then, Capcom was kind enough to send us some brand new footage of the game in action, which we're going to share with you now, along with our
She's
thoughts
Northern
on
Irish.
how the Resident Evil 4 remake is shaping up. There are some familiar scenes, lots of new mechanics, and it all looks very, very stylish. Bear in mind that this was a hands-off demo, but we will hopefully have lots more content for you when we finally get to play the game for ourselves. Enjoy! So, the gameplay starts off with some exploration near the lake after sundown. There's a short cameo by Hunnigan on Leon's radio, and then we're off to find the key to the church. Now, by Chapter 4 of the original game, Leon had actually already entered the castle, so it seems like the pacing is a little different in the remake, which is no bad thing. A little more time to explore the village, the lake, and the surrounding area with Leon on his own, ratcheting up the tension and allowing us to soak in a bit more of the atmosphere. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. It isn't long, of course.
Oh, it looks so good!
And we can see the very wet gore the RE engine is so good at in action. As in the original game, shooting enemies in the leg disorients them, and you can follow these up with a melee attack. The parasite's body becomes exposed after certain attacks on the Ganado, after which they become stronger than their normal human form, as well as having much improved reach. A Ganado with the parasite
Much improved
exposed can
reach?
attack with its sharp
It was
tentacles,
bad
which,
enough
if you're
already.
fast enough, can be parried with your knife.
You can parry that with your knife?
The RE4 remake has been updated to reflect
Shut
more modern
the
gameplay.
fuck
According to the
up.
game director Kazunori Kadoi speaking to Game Informer, this update came from a desire to change the QTE heavy gameplay of the original. Kadoi said, early in development, one of the things we wanted to improve was the QTE events.
Yep.
QTEs are not popular in today's games. We
Nope.
really did not think that players today would enjoy them. So we thought about what we could implement to take their place. In the original, there's a fight with KRAUSER, for instance. We thought if we had something like a parry system, we could realize knife combat. Now, from that thought, it seems the team ended up applying the parry as a core mechanic throughout the entire game. In a sense, taking the QTEs of the original and weaving them more fluidly into the gameplay as a whole. To be honest, it also seems to make the knife more interesting and versatile. Use your knife infinitely, it can actually break in the remake, adding a little bit of tension to encounters when you know you could suddenly
So it must be that you always
weapon. The KRAUSER
repair
fight,
the
incidentally, is one of
knife.
the most memorable scenes from the original game.
Ah,
It was probably in need of updating. In the remake, it looks to still have that intensity and excitement, but you're way more in control of how things are actually playing out in front
Shut
of
the
you.
fuck up.
We can also see from the new footage that puzzles and intriguing environmental storytelling are very much still a part of the RE experience. Leon briefly passes through a cave where he can see paintings on the wall and a shrine at the back where items can be placed. Offhand, we don't recall that specific scene being part of the original game, so it's looking like we can expect some new challenges as we explore, which makes total sense. Another puzzle seems to be related to various symbols scrawled in yellow paint in an area, which correspond to buttons you can press on a plinth that may or may not be keeping a familiar-ish enemy locked up that you can see just beyond that door. Also brand new to the remake are requests you can find out in the world. These seem to be posted up by the merchant, more of him in a moment, and will net you rewards for collecting specific items
just like
while
posted
you
up.
explore, such as this one where you're tasked
Gold
with hunting
egg.
down and selling the merchant a gold chicken egg. According to the developers, this idea originally came from wanting to implement a system sort of like the recipes the Duke offered
Leon
in
doing
Village, where
anything
you'd bring in fish or meat in exchange for certain upgrades. This idea eventually morphed into requests, which do feel more in keeping with the general tone of RE4, and of course, the merchant. Given the fact that Resident Evil 4 is a game that helped popularize third-person action in games and solidify their dominance in the industry for multiple generations to come, it stands to reason that this remake needs to live up to that legacy with regards to its combat. We already touched on how the knife is going to change things up, but elsewhere, round attacks and Leon's melee finishers and counters all boast new animations and flourishes. Yes, by the way, he does still do a moon suplex.
He does still do this
while it's on the floor, for example. Of course, enemy attack animations have been updated too, and they are looking pleasingly
The
brutal.
axe in the
On enemy
fucking
design,
shoulder.
It's not too different, but it has been updated enough that everything looks appropriately horrifying. Parasites are all bone and sinew, while heads explode with an almighty squelch in a smoky shotgun blast. RE4 Remake's combat is still definitely familiar, however, particularly with the sense of panic that creeps in
They're
whenever you
so
start to get
fucking.
overwhelmed
They're
by
so
enemies
much creepier.
closing in around you. Thankfully, although they are still able to arm themselves, you can still knock projectiles out of the air with your gun or a knife,
Nice.
as well as shoot away any weapons they're holding, including explosives.
You can shoot it. You can. Shut up. You can fire away
So it's
their
kind of
fucking
inevitable that it would
projectiles
happen,
with
but
your
for fans of
knife.
the original
No, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Or it's gonna be a little weird hearing the merchant's new voice lines.
I've got some new items in stock.
He's expanded his offerings from the original game though. You can still buy, sell, and tune up your weapons, and now you can trade too. With spinels, you accumulate through completing his requests.
Trade.
There are 3 kinds of currency on display in the merchant's shop. Pesetas, spinels, and some sort of blue ticket whose function we're not sure of yet.
Blue
Perhaps they're obtained
ticket.
through challenges like shooting the blue medals in the original game, which by the by do look to be included in the remake as well.
Yes.
Over there. Either way, the shop is looking very enticing.
Don't get yourself killed now.
In the original, you could sell treasures to the merchant to drum up a lot of quick cash. And
Oh,
some
what is this stuff
treasures
in the
you could hold
bags? Is that
onto
herbs?
And find missing parts for to combine and increase their sale value. That's still the case here, but the process looks slightly more involved in that you can add gems manually yourself.
Wait, that's
like you see
so
here with
cute.
the elegant mask.
Just making
This
my
might
own
just
little
be a fun
crown.
little extra, or maybe there could be bonuses for laying the gems in a correct way, like if you see the mask depicted on a painting or something elsewhere. That's just an idea, but it's fun to see that little evolution nonetheless. Coming
Cool.
through with a similar subtle upgrade, typewriters are of course used to save your game, but they can now also be used to store weapons and items outside of the game's iconic attaché case, which you can now customize the color of and add charms to, also a typewriters.
I
This new
love
feature
the
isn't just cosmetic, but comes with slight perks as well.
I
like a
can't wait to
black
see
case
all the
increasing
charms
the
you
drop
can
rate
get.
for resources, and a chicken charm, meaning any eggs you consume give you 100%.
And I love
your
that
health
they
back.
give you
I
like
think
a
it's gonna be really
bonus.
fun seeing what other charms are out there.
Stick close.
Once Leon finally rescues and joins up with Ashley, things get a little more complex. Just like the original, you don't usually control Ashley directly, but Leon can somewhat maneuver her by using the tight or loose commands. The tight command keeps her closer to Leon, and loose causes Ashley to distance herself when things get dangerous. The symbol in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen shows you which mode you have enabled, and it can be swapped at any point during your gameplay. The main goal RE4 Remake's development team said they were keen to achieve was to provide variation on the original game, to make things feel fresh, in other words. When the original was released, it felt very new to play, but copying that
No, 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 I can't play this game. My belly is sweating.
remake just won't work now because obviously a lot of mechanics and controls and standard
How am I
industry
gonna play this
practices
game?
have moved on since then. One
How-
example the dev team
how am I gonna
has
play this
given
game?
as something that has now become more of a standard is giving players options in how to approach any given scenario. So, now, Leon and Ashley are able to crouch and stealth past enemies if players want to try and avoid direct combat and save themselves some ammo. To
Stealth.
this end, there is now a bolt thrower weapon that fires silently, meaning enemies won't know where it came from, giving players more tools to do things a different way. The ability to stealth looks like it'll make one
Oh,
fight from the original
shit, look
even
at
more satisfying
him.
now, too. Everyone?
Oh, he looks so good. Shut the
When
fuck.
things do kick off loudly, they do so in spectacular fashion.
Spread
This
out.
sequence I know will be very familiar to fans of the original. On the castle walls, Leon is fighting through the
He shouts
ramparts
it.
while
He
being blasted on all
shouts it.
sides
He
by
shouts
catapult fire.
it.
Use red barrels to great effect, but be careful not to let
I'm
Ashley
coming
get
for you.
carried
I'm
off, or,
coming
as
for you.
before,
Okay.
it is an
Okay,
instant
Leon.
game
Okay.
over.
That's fine. That's so fine. Like, don't worry
By
about
this
it.
stage, it is no surprise that
I'm
Capcom
not gonna
knows
be
what it's
sick.
doing when it comes to the high-quality remix of its most
I'm
loved
sweating.
games. But
My belly
nevertheless,
is sweating.
It's exciting to see how Resident Evil 4 Remake is shaping up. The original RE4 marked a huge turning point in the Resident Evil series.
I feel like I have a
and
fever.
in general, its influence on modern gameplay really can't be overstated.
Oh shit!
There is therefore
You get
a lot
like
of
a
expectation on this
like a
remake's
quick
shoulders.
time
In
like
many ways, some
evade button He can actually dodge!
and
Yes!
in general. Its influence on modern gameplay really can't be overstated. There is
My
therefore
boy
a lot
has
of expectation on this remake's
trained!
shoulders. In many ways, some of these scenes look so familiar, I know exactly what part of the game they're from, and I feel like I can picture exactly how I'm going to tackle them. But then again, it sounds like the mechanics have been tweaked just so that there's a little more room this time around
It's
to experiment
so
and try some new
loyal to the
approaches. The castle in
OG.
particular looks gorgeously spooky. The characters have all been given a bit of a makeover, although I'm really not loving Ashley's new outfit in all honesty. And the often overlooked campiness in parts of the script and in Leon's sassiness also seems to have been translated really well. Honestly, it all looks
His
great.
sassiness.
Apart from maybe Leon and Ashley's polyester hair. I mean, what exactly is going on there? Anyway, as mentioned above, this is all based on a
The
hands-off.
way he protected, you see
Well,
that?
honestly, it all looks great. Apart from maybe Leon and Ashley's poly.
Look at he protect.
Well, honestly, it all looks great. Apart from maybe Leon and Ashley's.
I love him so much. There's so much to process right now. I love him. I love him so much.